sweating. Whew. Okay, 0 June 29. It's Angela, baby. Angela, baby. Okay. I gotta go back to my workout. I stopped my workout because this pair of Margiela jeans that I literally have been wanting for the last 2 seasons, they're MM6. This pair of MM6, let me see if I can show y'all. This pair of MM6 denim that I've been wanting for a couple seasons. I just saw them on Ukes in my size, a size 12, allegedly, because y'all know how shit be in designer clothes. If I can't fit them, I can send these back. But they were on sale for $154. I ended up paying like $175 after the tax, because y'all know Chicago, I hate shipping to Chicago. But it ended up being like $175 after tax. But that was a $650 pair of jeans. And that's what I mean about being patient. Like, you don't have to buy things immediately when you see them, especially if you're doing like designer or like contemporary designer stuff like I typically wear. I'm telling you, you're almost always going to be able to find something that you want, even if it's really popular, like those were, right? Those were really popular when they first came out, but I didn't want to pay $650 for them. Just like I didn't get the Margiela slit jeans until like a year after everyone had wore them, because I was not paying at that time. They were $650. They are $850 now. They've gone up because people are still buying those jeans so much. They've gone up $200. I paid like right under, like over $500 after tax, but my jeans were like $450 when I bought them on sale. Listen, I don't mind playing the long game, especially because I know I'm gonna wear them things out. So, you know, talk about a deal. There's another pair of Margiela jeans. I really like Margiela jeans and acne jeans. My thing with Margiela jeans is I have to get them 17 sizes up. That's why I say I can fit that 12 allegedly. We'll see when it gets here. But I have to get them so big because they is not made for my hips and my booty. It just is what it is. But I really like Margiela jeans and I really like acne jeans. So if I can catch them on sale, I'm going to buy them. So yeah, there's another pair of Margiela jeans that I'm waiting. They're the ones with the drop pockets. I'll show y'all eventually when I get them. But I need to get back to the gym. Okay, I gave myself 5 minutes to get up here, buy those jeans, and come back down. I was like scrolling Instagram on the Stairmaster, and the Ukes ad came up, and I hopped off the Stairmaster to come and get them. So yeah, good morning. Welcome to a new vlog. My period was, I never had no like heavy periods, long periods. My periods ain't never been, I done always had like 3-day periods.
I used to have many times. My kids, they was, now that I'm still on birth control, I don't even have periods.
I always have like 3-day periods, and they be super light. Like I bleed super light, and I had to ask my doctor if I was okay. We're going to have a job interview at.
When you trying to set it down for something.
What happened? Oh, I was going to say, what happened to Chuck E. Cheese?
You still work there, you just want to take it out.
That makes sense. Hustles don't stop, they keep going. Ain't that what the song say? You better be doing something. What, you trying to get a little car or something?
Yeah.
Cut them dreads off, it'll save them $80 a month.
Baby, $80, one her $150, baby.
That must be a retwist then. Oh, that's an unnecessary.
It's a retwist and
And a what?
oh, that's a wash, a retwist, and style.
Oh, hell no. A haircut is what, $30 every 2 weeks?
Haircut's like $56 now.
He ain't got no damn facial hair. Why would his haircut be that much? Baby, I'll be able to let them dreads freeform. Be out here looking like Jay-Z.
That's that boy. You walk around here with some wigs.
Listen, Heck, you looking like Lil Wayne, shit.
No, for real.
Oh, is that car wash Keisha used to go to all the time? Oh, you said Bellevue. Bellevue.
The one in Bellevue, where the old shop is stayed.
Oh, that's your place they open up on?
No. That's what we're doing.
I don't mind all these. They cheese just nasty. It tastes fake. What you doing? Sitting outside the interview? You would have got a job with him at the car wash. Girl, shit, that would have been some money. A general manager of a store, he'll be alright. He shouldn't be being there that much longer. Shit, he need to be figuring out what he finna do, what he about to do. Cause you can't work at Chuck E. Cheese. You need to be doing something.
On computers.
He doing what? You say he trying to major in what?
We doing some computers sometimes. The name of it.
Computer science?
It might be. I know some.
Girl, you don't know what you talking about. Never mind.
I
Alright.
said I asked him. I know some computers.
You better figure something out, cause that college ain't for me shit is out, girl.
That would be good because he really good with computers.
London trying to get his head bopped. Don't no girls want to talk to no dummies. Oh shit, I meant to cut the water on first. Them girls gonna be like, what school you go to? He gonna be like, I don't go to school. They gonna say, ew, scrub, get back. I'm for real. You better go his ass to school. Anyway, let me finish my damn job. I done talked to you. I done put all my groceries up. Oh, shit. Ooh, shit. Oh, shit. This fucking carpet. I should have left it over there. Ooh. Hi, girls. Welcome to DC. So I just got to the hotel in DC. I'm at the Eden. Saw it on TikTok. The girls got me. It's a cute situation, and I hear it be like, you know, a lot of activity going on. They got a rooftop that you know, gets pretty nice. They have a speakeasy. I saw it on TikTok, so I was like, let me go ahead and book. And the lady at the front desk was so nice. She was like, I want to give you a room with a good view. She was like, but it won't be done until later today. And I paid for early check-in. I'm like, how late? She like 3 o'clock late. I'm like, baby, it's 9:26. You mean to tell me you got a room that I could check in now? She said, yeah. I said, baby, give me that room. I ain't worried about no view. I might regret that later on today, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let me show y'all the room real quick. This is the room view from the entrance. Right at the entrance, you have the closet, which I need to drag that. Let's see. Oh, good steamer. I need to drag that suitcase back over here. So you have closet, then always the little kitchenette area. They need some decor up here, some glasses, some something. I feel like something missing. Am I tripping? No. Anyway, I'm guessing this is, oh yeah, refrigerator, some drawers and things like that. This is the bathroom. It's really cute. If I ever buy a place, or when I buy a place, because I think eventually I'll buy a place one day, like a little condo, it's definitely gonna have like this tone, maybe a slightly different green, but I've always envisioned this tone in my bathroom. I love it. Anyway, this is the bathroom. Really cute, nice, clean. The towel is really cute too. Me and my Aries. A shower with a tub. Okay, that is, I haven't seen that in forever. Won't be sitting in that, but you know, it is what it is. It's clean. And then a toilet that's separate from the bath area, like you can close the door. And I always love bathrooms like that. That's something else that I would likely put in my place. Full length mirror. This is me. This is the airport outfit. I wore my Golden Goose pants that I wore to Beyonce because they were just sitting on the dirty clothes, and I was like, I need to wash those anyway. So those are perfect to wear on an airplane because they really gonna have to get washed after that. It's a little chilly in DC, so wore a trench coat, brought a leather coat, and then this is the room. So king, I got just a king bed, king. That has to come off because just the look of it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Y'all know I have like a texture, like I don't like the way that looks. Side tables. There's a little sitting area. I also don't like the way the texture of the bench looks. It's not that it's not clean or anything like that. I can be in the tippy top tier of an establishment if I don't like the weaving on the fabric, or you know, if something it looks like I'm not gonna like the way it feel on my skin. I don't like it. So that's what that is. It has nothing to do with the integrity of the hotel. And then there's this cute little entertainment area. So yeah, it's cute. I love a little boutique-y style hotel. I'm not against it at all, as long as it's really nice, super clean, that type of stuff. I don't have an issue with it. There are certain times when I prefer, like, you know, I'm gonna spend the big dollars, like when I'm spending long periods of time at a place, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna spend a little more cash money. But just for like quick weekend trips like this, I'm always gonna do a boutique hotel. As long as it's 4 stars or above, I'm good to go. Anyway. And clean, because I've had to leave some boutique hotels before because 4 stars where, sweetie? Anyway, they have a restaurant and a like bakery, like breakfast spot downstairs. When I walked in, the bacon hit me in the nose, so I'm about to use the bathroom and we finna go get some food because I'm so hungry. I had 2 bagels, a bag of chips, and a water this morning in the airport. That ain't do nothing. Junk food don't do nothing. Not that bagels are junk food, but like that don't have no sustenance in it. Food that doesn't have substance, it don't have substance to it, my body digests it so quick. It be like, girl, where is the real food? Quit playing with me. These, they wipe these off, they left a little lint on it. I don't like that. All right, I'll see y'all downstairs. Okay, we got, my hair look crazy. Okay, we got food. I got a breakfast sandwich and iced coffee. I think I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna go upstairs and put my jacket on because it's a little breezy, and then I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I'm going to take a nap. I do have plans tonight. Me and Janae are getting dinner at 6, so I have plenty of time. It's not even 10 o'clock a.m. so I'm gonna take a walk around the neighborhood, and then I am going to come back, take a nap, and then I am going to get ready for dinner with Janae. I'm really excited. This is my first time meeting her in person. I'm also going to her house Monday for Memorial Day, so it's gonna be a Janae winning weekend. And then I am supposed to go, I wanted to go to the African American Museum, but it's sold out to June, girl, so I don't think that's gonna happen. It's the second time in a row I haven't been able to go when I came here because there was no ticket. But so yeah, I am hanging out with one of my college friends tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to, one of my childhood like best friends moved here last year. She lives in Virginia, so I'm going to like a day party or something with one of my college friends. So I'm gonna see if my childhood friend can meet at the party, so then I can do a 2-for-1, because I'm gonna be here today, tomorrow, Monday, and it still don't feel like enough time to see everybody. I could maybe do a late dinner with somebody tomorrow. It ain't never enough time. That was good. I decided to take a walk to walk off that break. Oh my God, I didn't realize the damn airplanes. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Y'all can't see it, but it feels so close. And it flew so close to this monument. I didn't realize it. That kind of makes me nervous. I just got off a Southwest flight. I didn't realize we were that fucking low to the ground. Even though when we were riding past that Potomac, I was a little nervous. Anyway, I decided to take a walk mainly because I was looking to see if there were any like bar studios or Pilates studios next to my hotel or close to my hotel, because I looked up a bar 3 that was like in walking distance, and baby, it was booked up all day tomorrow, all day Monday. So I did find a bar class. I gotta go a little further out. When I get back to the hotel, I'm gonna see if it's walkable. I don't think so though. So I might end up having to Uber there. But I got me a bar 3 class for tomorrow morning and Monday morning. It's giving very much like at home. I did bring my clothes for a bar class. And then I stopped in Sephora. I'll sit down and show y'all what I got out of Sephora. And I met somebody that follows me on TikTok, which is always so wild to me because I still feel like I have such a relatively small following. I think I'm almost at 70,000. I'm maybe at like 67,000 people. But the fact that literally everywhere I go, multiple people are like, I follow you on TikTok. And I'm like, that is so crazy to me. Anyway, I'm hot now and I got this trench on. I knew it was gonna be a bad idea, but here we are. I will never get over very visibly and audibly Spanish people in Make America Great Again attire. And then you got on Make America Great Again attire in fear of God in a black man's clothes. Like, I will never get over the self like deprecation. Like, I will never get over. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. And that goes for like black Trumpies too. I'm not just, you know, picking on Hispanic people, but that really blows me right now in this moment because like, are we living in the same America? Yes, I'm looking for Illinois. Yes, I'm being that person and I'm looking for Illinois. Anyway, you know, it's odd. You can tell that we're living in two Americas. I was telling a story on my TikTok where I was walking in front of a Hispanic family and they were speaking in Spanish the whole time. And then the little boy was like running around. He wasn't listening. And then the mom says in English, I will drop you off at the White House. And the little boy starts crying. And that's how you know that they are currently having to have the same types of conversations that we have with our young kids about like the police and stuff like that. They are having those same conversations right now and they are being brutally honest because the way that kid busts out and start crying, like, no, I may not ever see y'all again. It's just sad. And then to turn around and see another Hispanic family in Make America Great Again attire with fucking Fear of God essentials on, right? Or see, I saw like a 5-year-old, I'm lying, he wasn't 5, he was like maybe 8-year-old little boy with Make America Great Again attire on. And it's just, anyway, let me not, because it's gonna ruin my damn trip. We found her, girls. We found her. A lot of people think I am from Chicago. I am not from Chicago. I am from Southern Illinois by way of East St. Louis. So still Illinois, just a small town in Southern Illinois. It's a little bit later. Actually, it's a couple hours later maybe. I don't know how long later, but I'm in pajamas, my hair wrapped up. I done took a shower, everything. I filmed Sunday chat. I did. I filmed Sunday chat when I got back. And so right now I'm going to edit it. I'm going back shorter because I cannot type with these damn nails. Anyway, so I filmed Sunday chat. And so I'm going to upload the clips onto my computer and start editing that. It is 3:09. I have dinner reservations at 6 o'clock. I'm meeting, I don't know if I said it on here, but I'm meeting Janae for dinner. I'm so excited. This is our first time meeting in person. Like, we've like chatted back and forth on the phone. We in text message. We my computer updated. We talk online, but this is our first time meeting in person, so we're hanging out tonight. We're going to get dinner, and then I'm actually going to her house on Monday for Memorial Day, girl. So it's gonna be a Janae weekend. I'm probably not gonna vlog it because it's my first time meeting her. Sorry, y'all. But I'm excited to meet her anyway. Hold on. So I'm gonna spend the next hour. Why is it not letting me into my computer? What is happening? Oh, I'm not on, I need to find me some Wi-Fi. So it's 3:10. I'm probably going to work until about, it's not gonna take me long to get ready. So I need to look and see how far the restaurant is from here in an Uber. But I am going to start getting ready at about 4 o'clock. And then we eat at 4 o'clock, 4:30. What? So yeah, that's what I'm up to. This computer is annoying me. And I will come back and show y'all what I'm wearing and all that type of stuff. Oh, we can actually try that Yummy Skin together because I got it at Sephora. So we'll do that while I'm getting ready. But let me get this together and then I'll be back because girl, what is happening? Girl, I still got Beyonce on the brain. I missed her so much. I miss Beyonce so much. Anyway, I edited Snapchat. It's currently downloading into an MP4 so I can upload it on YouTube. Trying to get those tiles out of the background. Anyway, it's 4:48, so I'm making good time. We actually pushed our dinner reservation back to 9 o'clock because we're going to this like super pop. What is on my shirt? I done got some dirt on my shirt. We're going to this super popular. What the hell? What the heliante? Is that on my pajamas? Anyway, it's really hard to get into apparently. So we were only able to get like the, originally we were only able to get, what is the word I'm looking for? Like the bar seating. So you have like limited menu, but then Janae said she went and looked and they had a opening. I guess somebody canceled at 9 o'clock. So we switched our dinner reservations to 9, but she's still gonna come and swoop me in about an hour. And we're going to make a stop first and then go to the restaurant. So we about to do a whole like hang, which is going to be fun. But that I was going to wear heels. I'm not wearing heels. I'm about to put on some flats. I'm about to put on them tabby flats. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I need to do my makeup. I knew this battery was gonna die because I just filmed Sunday chat. But y'all, so my first layer of like fragrance, I brought that Bertha Street. I don't know if I shared that with y'all. I think I shared it with y'all on here. But I was sent some products from the brand Bertha Street. It's like a skincare brand. And she sent me a bunch of her different like castor buffing oils, which is just like a exfoliant. The name of this one is Lorraine. And each like travel buffing oil she sent me the castor oil or the vitamin E oil, scented vitamin E oil to go with it. It's the same thing. So that was my first layer. I got one for every day. It smells so good. And she sent me a big one and a big oil that's at home that obviously I can't travel with. But when I tell y'all I used it, and every time I go in the gloves that I use to exfoliate with, like I probably won't be able to get rid of that smell until I put them in the washer. Every time I step into my shower, I'm like, oh my God, I can still smell it. So I brought, she gave me a different scent. So this one is the Lorraine scent. I love it. And then hold on. Okay, sounds good. Ooh, girl, my head itching. So we got a little more time. Perfect. So she sent me a different scent. Like I said, that smells good. So I use this as like my base layer, like my shower scent. And then she also sent me, I think I opened these with y'all in last week's vlog. Y'all know my memory bad. But then I brought, oh, it's in the other bag. I brought a few of those fragrance samples from her friends. Fragrance, and I layered, which one did I use? This can't rub out today. I layered Jadana's Laughter. Let me keep that out because I'm going to put that over my clothes. But I layered that on top of it. And her friend's fragrance is called Luxable Fragrance. So this is 17 Bertha Street. And then the fragrance is Jadana's Laughter from Luxable Fragrance. It smells so good. I'm like, purr, 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 purr. Let me change this battery and then we'll do our makeup together and chat a little bit. Y'all feel like talking to me? Let's chat a little bit. Hold on. Okay, so I am back. Battery's full. And we're gonna do our makeup. So, when I was out today, I didn't give y'all a haul. I think I mentioned I went to Sephora, but I stopped in Sephora and I finally got the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring. Is this the powder? Did I get the wrong thing? Hold on. Oh no, this is it. It said powder. Does it dry down like a powder or something? I guess it dry down like a powder. But anyway, I got the blurring balm in, I didn't get they have like the neutral one, like the clear one that you can, ooh, y'all, sorry. but I wanted to get the skin colored one, so I am number 8.5. When I was in Atlanta, I went into Sephora specifically to get this because I wanted to use it for filming, and they didn't have my shade in stock, but I shade matched when I was there, and 8.5 was the best shade match for me. 9 was a little too dark, 8 was a little too light, so I was like, it like 8.5 was pretty much perfect. So you use it on your face and eyes. I'm going to use it like all over, like a skin tint, and that's how I'm hoping that it works for me. I know the clear one, people typically use it like a primer, but I'm going to use it like a skin tint. I've never used it before, so I'm just going to go in and try. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna do it at the bottom of my face. I already did my skincare, by the way. I did my skincare in Sunday chat. Okay, don't do a lot of coverage. Maybe I'll put a little extra coverage on top of it. But it's a perfect match, like, sure. I also randomly get dry, like, oily, like right here. So I be like oily, 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 oily. I don't know what that's about, but if I'm using this, oh, okay, that looked like it was too much. I look like the goddamn scarecrow. Okay, Angela, calm down. Savannah, slow down. Savannah, slow down, because that looked muddy as hell on my nose. Oh, okay, it blends beautifully. Never mind. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Okay, yeah, you can't use it like a skin tint because I straight do look a little muddy. I'm not gonna hold you. That's not what that's for. Okay, we're gonna use it as yeah, we're gonna use it what it's meant to be used for. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that blends into my skin really well. Y'all know I am a concealer girl. What shirt am I wearing? Should I put my shirt? I'll just put my scarf over my face. I do concealer, so I also really like this mirrored foundation stick. Maybe I'll put some foundation on. I love this foundation stick, even though I heard something about the owner of this being like a Republican, like not outwardly, but like supporting weird ass bills in California, along with them damn Kardashians. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But that was sent to me. She is probably expired because I've had it forever. Honestly, truly, I done had that for a little minute. I need to look at this next time because I've already put it on my face now. But it sucks. I'll have to do more research on her political dealings because I really do like this foundation stick. What is it actually called? Perfecting complexion stick. Anyway, I said we was gonna chat because I don't know if I mentioned on here. I did mention on here because I said I was gonna go to Italy, that I have the full week of the 4th of July off. So that weekend leading up to the 4th of July on a Friday or whatever. So I'm just going to do that full week. So my plan was to take the weekend, the whole week of the 4th of July, and then obviously the weekend off. The weekend after, like that Saturday and Sunday after the 4th of July, and do a trip. So originally I was like, I'm just going to go to Italy or whatever, because I've never been and it's on my list. And I'm already planning to go to Portugal for my holiday trip, like over the holidays. So I might as well just do Italy since I have a week. But I felt like I was like trying to rush it. Like, I don't think it's enough time, because when I go to Italy, I like to go to a few different places, and I want to stay more than a couple, like, you know, a day and a half at each place, because I'm trying to like smash all of these places into, you know, 7 days, 8 nights. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to do, ooh, Angela, that's too much. Okay, I'm doing the most. I'm doing the most with the least right now. I am going to, so I already like looked up tickets. I need to go see my nephew. My niece just had my great nephew almost a month ago now. He's almost a month. That's crazy. Time be flying. Almost a month ago now, and I need to go see him. Like, preferably I would be going to see him before July, but it's just the next time that I have some free time. So what I think I'm going to do is the weekend before the 4th of July, I'm going to fly from Chicago to St. Louis. I'm gonna spend the weekend there with my niece and my nephew. And then I'm gonna fly from St. Louis to New York, just because I haven't been to New York in a long time. I want to, I don't know, I kind of feel like I look casket sharp, like that yummy skin got me looking muddy. Hold on. I think it's just the lighting. I think it's just the lighting. So I'm going to fly to New York. I'm gonna spend Sunday, I'm gonna fly to New York super early Sunday. Not super early, like I'll get there in the afternoon. So I'll spend Sunday afternoon and night in New York, on Monday, and then Tuesday. And then Wednesday I'll fly out, and I think I'm gonna go to Mexico City. And then I'm gonna spend Wednesday, Thursday. I'll fly out super early on Wednesday from New York. Not super early, but you know, same. I'll fly out early from New York to Mexico City. And then I'm going to spend Wednesday, the rest of Wednesday, Thursday, so Friday, the actual 4th of July, Saturday, and then fly back to Chicago on Sunday. So that's how I think I'm going to spend my week. So I'll get a little bit of everything, right? I'll get to see my family, I'll get to spend a few days in New York, and then I'll get, you know, to experience a city that I've never been to before, right? It's out of the country. So it'll be a little something. So that's what I think the plan is. Like, I looked up the price today, and I can get all of this with like points. Between Southwest and my Chase Sapphire Reserve, I can get both of those free because I have some credits on Southwest. So that'll pay for one of the tickets in full. And then I have points with Southwest because I have a Southwest Chase card that I've had since right after college, trying to like build my credit back up. So I have points with them. So I have a credit that'll pay for me to get to St. Louis. I have points that'll pay for me to get to New York. And then I can use my Sapphire Reserve. Even though I probably won't use those points because I'm trying to save those to pay for Portugal. When I looked at the round trip ticket, just down to Mexico City from, actually I don't need to do a round trip. I need to do two separate. I need to do in out, so I need to repurchase that. But I was looking at a ticket and it was like $5.99. So I might just buy the ticket with cash for Mexico City and then keep my points for Portugal, because I want to try to get flights and some hotel stays and stuff paid for with points. So I need to be stacking as many points as I can. So anyway, that's the plan. It is subject to change. I actually need to text my friend because she texted me and said, girl, are we going to Italy or no? That's going to be an or no. That's going to be an or no. So I'll invite her to go on, you know, to Mexico City if she want to go. She can come to New York too, but I plan on like meeting up with people. You know, some people that I haven't gotten to meet in person yet, and so I would hate to drag her on a bunch of like first meetings. I think that would be weird for her. That would be weird for the people that I'm meeting or attempting to meet. So I don't know, we'll see, but it's up to her. You know, she's pretty independent. She like me. She's pretty independent. She was like, go do what you gonna do and I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do. And I'll see you later. So she might not even care. Because it'll be really cool to fly out of New York together to Mexico City and not be on separate flights. And then just be on separate flights home. She fly back to St. Louis, I fly back to Chicago. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll let y'all know how this turned out, because right now I'm feeling casket sharp. I'm feeling casket sharp right now. Okay, this is my outfit. I don't know if y'all can see that good, but I just have that trench on. That's what I brought it for, to pretty much wear it every day. I do have a leather jacket too, but I decided to keep the trench on. Just a white t-shirt, some like off-white denim, and then my ear riffs. The same Gucci bag, and then these Saint Laurent Chanel. Here's a better look at the outfit at the OOTD. Super casual. I was gonna do the most, but I was like, actually, when you meet somebody for the first time, you want to be, oh wait, was it blurry and y'all wasn't able to see? I think it might be blurry, girls. Oh no, wait, I just gotta sit y'all right there. Okay, hold on. It's hating. It don't want y'all to see the full OOTD, but hopefully y'all got a good view of it in the mirror. All right, I'm gonna get ready to go because she's on her way. Y'all, it is 12:08. I literally just walked in the door. That is the most fun that I've had in so long. As you can see, I probably look a little bit tipsy because I am. We had so much fun. So first of all, Janae comes and picks me up in like an Uber or whatever, and we head to like down by the wharf. And so we randomly walk in this bar. I forget the name of it. I wouldn't tell you the name anyway because it was kind of not good anyway. But we walk up in there. Apparently they having like this white party. Like it's a DJ. Apparently he's like a popular DJ in the city. He's having like a white party. So me and Janae hear music. We get out the Uber. We just walk into place. But we don't walk through the front door. It's a window. We don't realize it's a window. We walks in the party through the fucking window. The open window. So we don't go through security. We don't know if it's a cover or another. We just walk in the damn party. So nobody noticed. So we just, you know, stand at the bar. We ended up meeting a girl that follows Janae on socials, and she was so nice, and she ended up being from Kansas City, Missouri. So we're all like connected by like where we're from. Like we all have that like Missouri. I'm from Illinois, but you know, St. Louis. We all have that like connection. So we ended up sitting at the bar drinking together or whatever. And then her friend joined her, and then we left and we went to the Pendry rooftop, and then we just had a drink at the Pendry rooftop and just like hung out. And then Janae and I had reservations at, I'm gonna tell you, it's a like a super famous like black chef. He apparently won like top chef or something like that. I didn't even know. But we went to Dogon Chef Kwame Anawachi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He also has an event tomorrow that's basically waitlisted, but apparently it's supposed to be like popping tomorrow, and Mario is going to be there. So me and Janae are going to try. Like it's waitlisted, but we was like, we finna still show up to that thing and see if we can make it do what it do and get up in there, because Mario is gonna be there, and both of us are like super big Mario the singer fans. So we finna go and be groupies and see if we can get up in this event with this chef. But anyway, the restaurant was so freaking good. We had, first of all, their cornbread is so good. Like it is fucking delicious. And the crazy thing is, I looked at the menu before I came, and like that's the thing that I zeroed in. I kept saying, oh Janae, I can't wait to taste that cornbread. It was so good. And then we had, it's called whole crab or something like that. It's like a crab dish. 10 out of 10. 10 out of mother fucking 10. Like, if you don't have nothing else, you had that. We had the oysters, which were, I mean, they weren't my favorite. I like a fresh oyster. I'm not a big fan of like oysters that are like charbroiled or have like a bunch of like cooked oysters. I'm not a big fan of them. So they were okay, but we also had the short rib, which was really good, but we had that chicken and rice dish. Bruh. First of all, it's so much food. It's so much food. Like, that's all you need is a couple of the like small dishes, and then that chicken is enough to feed 2 people easy. We were stuffed, and then we got the rum cake, which is also really good. Super good meal, like super good. So it was a great. We had a good time. We got along exactly how I imagined that we would get along. It was so fun. I am so exhausted. I'm about to wash my face, rinse my body off really quickly, and then I'm going immediately to sleep because I have a class at 10:45 in the morning. So just wanted to check in, give a recap of tonight. It was great, and I will see y'all tomorrow on my way to bar class. I'm not going to take y'all to bar. I don't take y'all to bar on a normal basis, so I'm definitely not going to take y'all to bar that I've never been to, but I'll take the camera with me just in case. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Good night. To put y'all in there. Oops. All in my face. It's 11:10. A better vlogger would like lower the light on this, but I'm not about to do that because I don't feel like it. Anyway, it's 11:10. I'm at, how do you say this? Is it Tate? Tati? Tate? Tati? Tati would be a better name. Anyway, hold on. Sorry, I'm all up in y'all grill. I got some coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and I need to figure out what the day is gonna be like. So I wanted to go to the African American Museum. Obviously, it wasn't no tickets before I got here. This is the second time I done tried to come here and go, and it's no tickets. They literally don't have any tickets until June sometime. I just got a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on sourdough. Oh my god. The menu was so, I had decision fatigue. I didn't get no napkin. I hate places that don't automatically give you napkins. But so I need to figure out what else I want to do, like what other museums I want to go to, maybe possibly if I can get in. You know what I'm saying? Now this shit all on my phone.
These are fucking unruly. People stepping on my feet. No one can excuse me. I'm already. There's a different type of like understanding of personal space and politeness that is cultural. So was savage in there. I'm just trying to get a fucking latte and a bagel.
I was about to try to sit on that bench and talk to y'all, but I can't do it. It's me, it's not them. Anyway, I am dressed. Janae and I are about to meet back up for lunch. I mentioned I wanted to go to the African American Museum. Sold out. I thought I was gonna sneak in there this morning. I think I still might go hang around out there for a little bit to see if, you know, they got some openings that I can sneak in. No other museum they aren't having any exhibits that I'm really interested in seeing, or I haven't seen any, and I honestly don't have time to do the amount of research that I need to do. So we were like, let's just go to brunch and we'll see where the day takes us. That might be her. Hold on. Oh shit, don't fall, Angela. Okay, that is her. She's on her way. Anyway, so I turned on the camera because I was watching T'Challa's, and I gotta finish because I didn't even finish watching the video, but I turned it on because I was like, oh, I have a story to tell them. Like, I literally went to that same like breakfast spot this morning, but like in the city, Tate, and that's how it's pronounced, because remember in the previous clip I was like, is it pronounced Tate? Tate? How do you pronounce it? It's Tate. Anyway, when I was sitting out there, it was a little boy out there, and he was very obviously, you know, I don't know what's the proper term, like on the spectrum. I don't know if that's the proper term. So it didn't bother me. But when I tell you, he was jumping all over the goddamn place, and you kind of just, children like those, you kind of just have to let be free. Like, I don't even expect his parents to try to, like, he's not hurting anybody per se, but he was jumping all over the damn place. And this man walked by. He knocked his whole goddamn bag of pastries out his damn hand. The mom got up and like went back in with him to like buy more pastries. But I'm like, it was his kids jumping all over the place, birds flying. It was so many people out there. And that story just reminded me, I wasn't the only black person in that one, but that story just reminded me of how like overwhelmed I was, because it was so packed in here. It was so many people in there. Kids was jumping, birds was flying. Like, it was just a lot. I was like, I'm fucking overstimulated. And that story was so funny. Ooh, girl, I'm gonna fall out of this little thing at some point. Anyway, I'm about to make sure that I'm ready, and I need to take the thing out. I'll take it off when I get ready to leave. I have like the do not disturb on, and I need them to come in, you know, make my bed, refresh my bathroom, like all that type of stuff. Baby, do come and housekeep. Thank you. I need to text my friend because we were supposed to do like a day party. I'm not in a day party mood, so I'm going to text her and tell her that I am actually going to try to hang by the museum and see if I can like get in. I probably won't be able to, but it don't hurt to try. It don't hurt to try. I'd rather do that than go to a day party. And then I have all morning open tomorrow. Well, I have another bar class tomorrow at 12. I might have something else to do tomorrow morning. Anyway, maybe her and I can do something different, but I'm about to try to get my ass in this museum. It's probably not gonna happen. I'm not gonna count on it, baby. I'm talking about packed. I be trying to like, make little notes of everything that I spent. Even though I put it on my credit card and I don't necessarily have to, but I just do it anyway. Anyway, okay, let me finish getting ready. Oh, by the way, my outfit, I told y'all I was re-wearing. Well, I told them on TikTok. Maybe I had this shirt on for 2.2 seconds at the Cowboy Carter concert because it got cold and I had to take it off. So I'm wearing it again today, just with a pair of shorts. And get off, girl, get off my shoe. And I'm just gonna wear my flat tabbies. I really need to get me a black pair. That's next on the list. I'm gonna wear my tabbies. And then the only bag I brought was this Gucci one. But I'm finna have to carry it like this because it's gonna stain my shirt. I should have brought another bag. Anyway, that's today's outfit, and I'm gonna wear these Saint Laurent sunnies. That's it, peeps. That's it, my fine people. Also, now that I have met Janae, you know, I'm comfortable, I can vlog a little bit more. I just didn't want to be vlogging on the first, like, we just meet each other. I didn't want to be the weirdo that's like vlogging and I just met her, but like, it was exactly how I expect a girl. So, and she was like, you ain't vlogging this? You ain't taking no video? Da-da-da-da. Like, you know, that's my type of content. That's not really her type of content. I'm like, you right, I know. I need to do better. I just didn't want to be a, you know, a weirdo, whatever. So anyway, yeah, I may try to vlog a little bit more of the day today. This is so random. It is Monday morning. It's Memorial Day. I'm still in DC. I don't go home until tomorrow. Yes, these are tears. And this is something that I probably would never do, but I was like, I am going to document this moment. This is great. It's like just, anyway, so it's time for me to get up anyway because I'm getting ready to meet someone for breakfast before I go to my workout class. I'm spending Memorial Day, like, you know, going to Janae's house or whatever, and I'm gonna hang out over there. I've literally spent the entire weekend with her. I had plans to like meet up with other people yesterday, but I don't know. Hold on. Something in my spirit. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Something in my spirit just said, like, just spend more time. It wasn't like on a professional level. It just looked like a personal, like we met up yesterday. We went to this like random place, got some drinks, and then we walked around and went into some different stores. We went in Gucci, we went in Chanel, we went in like a bunch of different stores. We went in Louis. I saw a bag in Louis that I love. Look that bitch up. It was $4,600. I said, I'm not giving y'all $4,600. I love that bag though. I'm not gonna lie. Like maybe if I hit a milestone at some point. No, because I still need to get my Bottega bag. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. I'm gonna get to why I was crying. I promise. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's the change in weather or what, but I feel like I'm getting sick. What the fuck? I never get sick. After that, we went to Del Frisco's or whatever. We had some appetizers and more drinks. This is like my perfect day. Like, she's just my type of girl. Like, you know how you like know you gonna get along with somebody? Like you see somebody, you like, that's my type of girl, and then you like meet them in person and you like, oh yeah, this is my type of girl. That's why I you know, when people ask about like making friends, you know, as adults, I'm like, it's not that hard. You just have to put yourself out there, and sometimes it'll fail. Sometimes you'll meet people and be like, actually, that's not my type of person. But I've also said on here, I have pretty good discernment about people that I will and wouldn't get along with. Just, you know, I am really good at like assessing vibes. I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm like, that's not my type of person. But I also don't really meet people that, you know, I don't like. And maybe that's that discernment thing, because I don't get to that point. Anyway, we went to Del Frisco's. I love Del Frisco's. She was like, I love Del Frisco's too. Girl, I love me some Del Frisco's. So we went, we had some appetizers, and then we walked up to where this like event was supposedly happening. Was happening, not supposedly happening. Girl, the line was wrapped around the building. I'm like, girl, I don't want to go to nothing that bad or whatever. So we ended up just hopping in the Uber and going up to the what do you call it, waterfront. I don't think they call it waterfront. I think they call it something else, but like it's where like the Ferris wheel and stuff is. I had never been up there, so I wanted to see it. I know it's touristy, but I like all the times that I've been to DC, I've never done that, because I always come to DC with people that's from DC and they don't want to do that shit. So we went up there, we randomly like stopped at a restaurant, had the worst fucking drinks. Like, they were disgusting. And some fries. So we literally just ate and drank like at different places, whatever, like small bites, like one drink a piece at each place. Like, we wasn't like getting drunk or anything like that. Anyway, I'm saying all of that to say it's like we're also having conversations, right, about this space. And obviously Janae is like, this is her job. This, you know, she's a professional at this, and this is something that I do casually. I would like to do more seriously. And it's something that, like, she has found her niche, she has found her thing, and I'm still trying to figure out like what is going to be like my thing, my niche, my medium, like what medium is really going to be the thing that I focus, because eventually I'm gonna have to like focus in on something, like, because I feel like it's just all over the place, which is fine, right? But eventually I want something very much, something to be my thing. So we've just been having conversations about that too, very casually. It's not like a can I pick your brain situation. It's just like a natural conversation. Anyway, we were talking, and I didn't say this to her, but like, you know, in just having a conversation, I kept saying, I don't have a thing. And this is something that I just realized before. It's always been something like even my friends, like my close friends in Chicago, my group chat, like all of that or whatever, they're like, Angela, you need to, you know, find something, like you need to sell something. And I'm like, I don't have a thing. Like I am the thing that I'm selling, if that makes sense. But, you know, I understand what they mean by like capitalizing on, like, you know, people support you. They would support a product or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't want to, you know, it's always the conversation around like clothes. And so I'm like, I don't want to, like, fashion isn't my thing. Like, it's a part of who I am. And so it'll always be threaded into what I share, like what I'm wearing and stuff like that. I've always done that. I've existed like that on the internet naturally since the internet was a thing. So that's never not going to be a part of what I do online. But I'm like, I don't want to make a clothing brand. I don't want to make a t-shirt line. I don't want to do like that. That's not it. That's not it. If I'm going to do a product, which I want to turn this into like a business, if I'm going to do something, it has to be something that is, you know, when people see me, they're like, that makes so much sense. I don't ever want to make a product for the sake of it doesn't necessarily have to be a tangible product. It could be the podcast. It could be, I think the podcast really, and I was telling you that, I was like, I think that's my avenue. And I said the thing where I was like, it's so oversaturated. And she's like nobody, like, that's not a thing, right? So, I was easily able to like pull that back. But I was telling her as it relates to like a social media medium, like the way that it's through my words. And I'm like, I think the podcast is really going to be, really good for me or whatever. So I feel really good about that. I'm like, but as far as like I said, a product, a thing to sell, to a business, like that type of thing, I'm like, it has to be something that makes sense for me. We were talking about Savannah James, and I was telling her, I was seeing people say like, why would she make a skincare line? And I'm like, that's because y'all don't know her. And I get it, Savannah has been sort of like quiet, and it's been a LeBron thing, and now she's coming out of like the shop. Like, now that his career is winding down, 2 of her 3 children are adults now. It's time for her to sort of step into the things that are her passions. I was like, if you follow Savannah, like, she doesn't share a lot. She goes in and out of like phases of when she would share, but when she does share, on her personal Instagram and stuff, it's always in this beauty salon that is literally in her home, that was built in her home for her. And she's doing Zuri's hair, or she's doing her hair, she's doing her own hair, she's doing her makeup, she's playing in like doing skincare. That is her interest. And like, if you followed her outside of being LeBron's wife and just followed her as a person and like watched her content, you would know that actually makes sense for Savannah. But you have to be someone that is tapped into her outside of her being LeBron's wife. And so for me, when I saw her do that, I said, oh, that makes absolute sense. So when I see celebrities or influencers or whatever that creates things that makes absolute sense for them, I'm like, yeah, like, that makes sense. So before this weekend, I'm like, this is something that has been on my mind. I'm like, I don't have that thing. I don't have a thing that people would be like, that makes sense for her, right? That makes sense for her. Yesterday, or was it the day before? I think it was actually the day before yesterday. So the first day that we met, me and Jay are at the bar, and the guy next to me, sat in his seat or whatever. So his drink was like there, and he had a what do you call that shit? When men have just like the whiskey. He just had like whiskey on rocks, on like a rock, like one glass. And I picked up the glass, and he was looking at me like, why you want to try? I was like, I'm looking at the glass. I'm not putting it in your drink, sir. But I was like, this is a beautiful, and I took a picture of the glass. And then Jay was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm gonna Google image this glass later because it's a nice glass or whatever. I was like, I love like glassware or whatever. And I was like, you should have seen me in Napa. When I was in Napa, I was like Google searching the glass because a lot of the places had like baccarat crystal and stuff like that. I'm like, that shit is expensive. So I was Googling dupes of the baccarat glass, and she was just looking at me like, you would do that. That makes so much sense. And I was like, that's it. I'm like, that's like, that literally like a light bulb went on in my head, and I was like, you know, Jay, if I were to ever do something, I feel like I would make a line of glassware, specifically just drinkware, right? To start, at least. I was like, I would do glassware. I love glassware, and I don't have a lot of it because I don't have the space for it, but I love it. And she said, that makes sense. And it literally has been on my mind all day for like the last 24 hours. So I know people hate chat GPT, but I was laying in bed, and I got on chat GPT because I was telling Janae yesterday, I was like, I brought it back up. I said, I don't even know, I have no idea where to start. Like, I've never been the type of person that dreamed of starting my own business or anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's never been me. But like, I can't get this, I didn't say this to her, but like, I'm saying to y'all, I cannot get this idea out of my brain. I'm like, what if I can bring it to fruition? Like, what if that's something that, you know, what if that's an interest that I can do? Like, even if I just get through the design process and I just create my own glasses or whatever, right? And so this morning I get on chat GPT, and I'm like, hey, chat GPT, can you tell me how to start designing glassware? Like, what do I need to do? And so it gave me like all of this list of stuff. Like, you need to define, you know, the style and the aesthetic, and then you need to, you know, decide exactly what you want to create, and then you need to put together a mood board. We suggest you get on Pinterest and just start saving like stuff that you like. And so I skipped the like defining part, and I went straight to Pinterest, and I just put glassware in, and I started looking, and I was like, I need to make this more granular. I need to make this more granular, something that I can start small with, that I can like zero in and focus on, and then I can expand after that. But I need to make this more granular because that's how my brain works. Like, it has to be something very specific, and then once I perfect that, I can move on. Like, that's just how I am. And then the first glass I saw was a martini glass, and I was like, Angela, duh, like, what the fuck? Do you not know yourself? Do you? I'm like, duh, a martini glass. And I literally instantly just bust out and started crying because I was like, I think I found a thing. Like, I think I found a thing that would make sense, right? That I could like pour myself into and be passionate about. Can you imagine? Like, duh, I am the martini. Like, the girls know me for a dirty martini. I'm like, what if and I know they say like keep stuff to your chest until like you do it, but I was like, I have to get up and I have to document this because this is going to hold me accountable. Like, my girls, the 1,500 to 2,000 of y'all that watch this every week are going to see this and say, that made so much fucking sense, because y'all know me, right? And they are going to hold me accountable. I don't know about other people's audiences, but when I say something, my people remember, and they'll be like, what about this thing? Remember you said this thing? What's happening with this thing? What's happening with this thing? And I'm like, I gotta get up and I have to document this, because this is going to be accountability for me. So I'm saying this today. I don't know the date. It's Memorial Day, 2025, May 26th. It's the 26th. Yes, May 26th. That I am like, today is the first day of me creating a line of martini glasses. I want to do, like, I know for sure I want to do 3. I want to do a traditional one, I want to do a coupe style, and then I also want to do a stemless. And that's what I'm going to start with. And then once I get the martini glasses done, then I'll move on to like other styles of glassware. Specifically, that's what it's going to be. But I won't say it's going to be out by the end of this year, but by the end of this year, I will have it done. I don't know who I'm going to reach out to. I don't know how it's going to go, but I am going to start putting together, you know, like, I'm going to follow Chat GPT's advice, and I'm going to define what I want the aesthetics to be and what I want it, you know, who I want the customer to be. And I'm going to start saving images of glasses that I like, and I want to learn a little bit about like weight and stuff like that. Like, I know what I like. I don't like too thick of a glass. I like a lighter feeling glass. So like quality of glass and stuff like that. So I'm going to take some time. I'm going to look in Chicago and see if I can find like maybe some classes, like glassware classes. Just one. It doesn't have to be like a long thing, but just something where I can get some like formal education on what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to do it. and I was crying because I was like, oh my God, it's really hard for me to get excited about things that like have a risk attached to it, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, as free as I am, right, that doesn't necessarily translate in, you know, my creativity. I have always kept it as like a thing that I do on the side, because there's not enough of a like safety net in that. Whereas like with my job, like I know I'm gonna get a check every 2 weeks and I'm not leaving my job, so that's not what I'm saying, right? But there's rigidity. Is that a word? But there's a rigidness in how I pursue this, because you know, you know, it's fleeting, it's fading, but I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited to have this epiphany. And I think just having spent this time like with Janae and just like having this conversation and like hearing her talk about some of her like pursuits and stuff like that, you know, and like I said, it wasn't like a lend me your ear type of situation. Like we literally met up because we, you know, get along really well on the internet, and it was just something like we wanted to meet. And it's just like it's really important to like be around people that inspire you, because you just never know. Anyway, I just wanted to share that I am going to start getting ready, because like I said, I have another bar class today. I wish I wouldn't have booked this, but I spent my money on it, and bar classes aren't cheap. It's like $40 a class, $39 a class. I didn't wrap my hair up last night, and it's tangled as it should be because I was asleep all over this hair. The bed is really comfortable. Anyway, I'm going to get ready, and yeah, I'm gonna be at Janae's house. I'm not gonna be vlogging. I feel like I've done a really bad job at vlogging this trip, but I also have spent the entire weekend like getting to know someone, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I hope, look, I did not get the hair clean out of my head. My bad. I got to do better. So hopefully y'all are okay with that, but you know, if you're not, get okay with it. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. I wanted to share that with y'all because I wanted y'all to like hold me accountable to who I say I'm going to be, or in who I say I am, and the things that I say I'm going to do. So all right, girl, Angela, don't do that no more. And just like that, I am back in Chicago. I ordered some, I Uber Eats some Potbelly because, girl, my plan was like, okay, I'm gonna get home. I'm going to go to the grocery store. Girl, I ain't gonna go nowhere. It's only noon. So my flight out of DC was at 9:30. You know, it's only an hour and a half flight from Chicago to DC. So I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of time to go home, run to the grocery store. Child, I came in this house. I immediately start unpacking that luggage. I'm almost done. I'm getting ready to, I came in, ordered some food. I needed to make a couple like phone calls to handle some like business, like personal stuff. Did that, ordered some food while I was on the phone doing that. And then one of the things I had to do was dispute that satire charge for those Bottega Sunnies. With my credit card company, because they never shipped them, and I've been going back and forth with those people for 2 weeks. I said, look, you know, I ain't never had an issue with y'all before, so I'm just gonna, you know, no biggie, I'm just gonna charge back, and you know, y'all figure it out. But anyway, did that, ordered a sandwich while I was doing that. Started unpacking. Once I'm done, I'm gonna throw a load of laundry in the washing machine, hop in the shower, and then oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups already. Come on now with these fucking hiccups. That is annoying, and I don't feel like getting up and getting no water. Anyway, I started working on the thumbnails for my podcast. Write this down. Here on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube, and you can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. Comes out tomorrow. So this vlog is going to be late. I probably won't get to edit this until tomorrow. so it'll come out Thursday. But my podcast premieres tomorrow, the first episode, so I'm working on the thumbnails. I pretty much got it's gonna be the same thing. I'm just gonna be switching the pictures out every week, so I got that done. But I need to play with the colors just a little bit more, and then get the MP4 uploaded to like be on the different sites and stuff. So I need to do podcast stuff today. I also very excitingly, like once I lost like I had to go in airplane mode, I just worked on the like my business idea for my glassware brand. Like, I'm serious, like I'm not playing with y'all, it's happening. And I was thinking about it a little more yesterday after I got off camera, and I think the first drop is going to be a line of martini glasses and then some coffee cups as well, because I love coffee and I think people also associate that with me. So I mentioned yesterday that I want to do a traditional like long stem martini glass, a stemless martini glass, and then a coupe, like the rounded martini glass. And then I want to do a regular like set of coffee cups, and then espresso shot mugs. So it'll be like 2 iterations of the coffee cup. So nothing big. There'll be at the max 5 designs for the first drop. And so I'm going to be really intentional. Like, I sat down, I worked on like the brand identity, like the mood, the vibe of the brand, like, you know, like descriptors. Like, I looked at fonts that I thought I would want for the brand. So like I literally have gone full steam ahead with like processing like what I would want it to look like. I even have like 4 or 5 different brand names. I have 2 favorites, but I have some brand names that I think will be cool for it. So yeah, I ordered a book on Amazon, and it's all about like you know, the different like varying types of glass. I even went down the rabbit hole and started looking at, you know, thickness and thinness and, you know, that type of stuff. So I sort of know that I want like a more lighter weight, thinner. I know for me, I prefer a thinner glass. I don't know if that's more quality or what the case may be for the glasses that I buy. So like the thick, I even got granular, like I want it to be like thick. Like, I am not fucking playing. I did use ChatGPT to help me like refine my adjectives, but I did not use ChatGPT to give me the brand identity. I just put my like descriptors in for what I would want the brand identity to be, because I needed better adjectives. So that's really what I used it for. Anyway, I'm really excited. I'll share more. I've been thinking about making my subscription based Substack like an incubator for the brand. And so I'll just sort of like go through all of like the brand identity stuff, maybe on a live on Substack this week, and just run the idea past people, get their feedback, those types of things. And I'll share as much as I can up until the point that I start designing, because I do want like what the actual product to look like to be a surprise to everybody. But I think I'm going to use my paid subscription on my Substack as an incubator. I got that from I don't know if y'all follow Talia Cadet. She does the list, and she's like heavy on Book Talk, but she's writing her first like novel, like romance novel, and she has a weekly or like monthly meeting where she meets with paid subscribers on her Substack, and they sort of like incubate over the book. She doesn't give them like too many details, but she shares ideas with them and get their feedback and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to start doing that as well. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you're on my Substack, but you have to be a paid subscriber. It's $5 every month. You don't have to do it, but you know, if you sort of want to be a part of learning, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I've never done anything like this in my life. I was talking to Janae on the weekend. I was like, I don't even know where to start, and she gave me a couple little things to do, and so I just sort of took that, but I have no idea what to do. I don't know anything about manufacturers. I don't know. I just want to get the look, the feel. I want to get the idea out of my head and on paper and into a mood board. I want to get a logo. I want to get, you know, a design. I want the vibe out of my head onto paper. And then the second iteration will be finding somebody to actually help me manufacture these things. So I don't want, like, I don't want to do like drop shipping. I want to actually have it made. So, you know, it's probably not going to be the cheaper route, meaning it's not going to be something that's quick. It's probably going to take me a minute to do this, but I'm really excited to have something that I am really passionate about. So I'm really excited. Anyway, I'm going to eat my food, finish cleaning up. I need to hop in the shower, and then I'm going to get to work because I got to get this podcast stuff ready to be like premiere tomorrow. So it's a little cold. Let me cut this fan off. Hold on. Hold please. Hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. Is it cold or is the sweat drying on my body? It's likely the sweat drying on my body. Hey, good morning, happy Tuesday. Just left the gym, computer is open. So I'm firing on all cylinders this morning. It is 6:29, so it's 6:30. The podcast goes live today, hold on. The podcast goes live today. Everything is pretty much ready. Spotify isn't finished like verifying, so it's verified, it's on Spotify, like you can look the podcast up, but the episode isn't showing yet. So I need to sit down. If Apple did that yesterday too, and then like before I went to bed, the episode started to appear on Apple, which is really good. It goes live, the video goes live on YouTube at 8:00 a.m. So when you're watching this, if you haven't already, make sure you go and follow, write this down. It's underscore write this down, like all three of the words in full, pod, P-O-D underscore on Instagram. And then it's write this down pod on YouTube. Like it's going to be, I'm going to link it in the my video caption on YouTube, and then the same on, I'll put the Apple Podcasts and the Spotify. Those are the only two we did because really at this point, that's all people do. They're either watching podcasts on YouTube or they're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. So it's pretty much ready to go up. I'm also trying to, the fonts that I'm looking at for possible logos for the glassware brand aren't, like I'm having to download them and add them to like my font options on my Mac. And so it took me hours to find, not hours, I'm lying, that's an exaggeration, but it was taking me a long time to find downloadable versions. If any of you all know a site that you can download fonts, preferably for free, but I'll pay for them, but it's not like, girl, why is this little font this much money? I'm thinking, oh, I'll pay like $5.99 for a font. No, actually no. So I was able to find a couple of them for free and download them and put them into my offerings. But as soon as I do that, then I'm gonna set up some time to like do a live on Substack to like just sort of talk through branding and stuff like that. So I'm working on that, and then I think for content on TikTok today, I'm just going to clip some clips from my Sunday chat from this past week, from the propaganda I'm not falling for video, because I was looking at it today on the while I was doing my cardio, because I didn't have time to look at it when I was in DC. And I typically look at my videos like just like you would when they premiere, like as a consumer, just to see if I'm enjoying it. I really enjoyed that video, me personally. And so I'll probably clip some of that stuff. I'm gonna record a TikTok just saying, hey, you know, but it's going to be like right now I am feeling inspired. I'm like in my creative bag. Like I said, I'm firing on all cylinders and it feels really good. And I'm also feeling, because I am in such a productive headspace in this area, I feel like it is transmuting in all areas of my life. Like work, when I'm done with this, I'm going to shower, hop in the shower, and please don't hate me when I say this, please don't hate me when I say this, but last week when my internet was acting up and I was having to take my work up to the co-working space in my building, I was doing like these like dedicated work blocks. Like I was like, okay, I can work from 8 to 11:45 and then head back up for lunch. Like I was so productive, right? And while I love having the option to work from home, you know, not every day does a girl want to get dressed and leave out of the house, or, you know, pack up stuff and leave out of the house. If I have to keep it 100% honest, I am often more productive when I'm not working from home, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be in the office, but working in my home space. And I don't think it has anything to do with, you know, me living in the studio. Before this studio, I lived in a 1-bedroom. And it was pretty much the same. Where my desk, I had a dedicated desk area. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even it was like a little alcove, if y'all remember. And it was even separate a little bit from my living space. And I still felt very unproductive, right? I felt more productive when I was like going into the office and stuff. And so I was telling my friend yesterday, because we were talking on the phone. She works in the office. I think she has to work in the office like 2 days a week. So it was around like lunchtime, and we were having like a little lunchtime like catch up, because she went to Miami over Memorial Day and I was in DC. So we haven't talked since like last Thursday. So we were like catching up, and she was saying how she's a lot more productive on her 2 office days, if she's being quite honest. So anyway, I am going to on purpose now, because my internet is working, gather my things, go over to my co-working space in the morning. I am going to do a concentrated work block, get myself set up really good for the afternoon, because I'm probably going to work from home, I mean from my apartment in the afternoon, because I need to run to the grocery store on lunch. And so being like in this creative space and feeling productive and being excited about the things that I'm working on is very much like, it's, you know, it's aligning everything else. My, you know, workout, well, that's kind of always, you know, in place. But anyway, I say all of that to say, I was giving myself a little time to breathe. I was like at 6:45, I'll grab my computer, start on the last minute touches for the podcast, and then hop in the shower, and then, you know, that's up. But I need to close the vlog so I can edit that tonight, and get it up tomorrow. It's going to be a day late, but that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to go. I need to tie up the podcast loose ends. I need to get some content around that ready to post. I need to take a shower, and I need to get ready to get to work. And I have plenty of time to do that if I stop talking. So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for kind of coming to DC with me. I know I like left y'all hanging, which I do that, but we've had this conversation. Travel vlogging is not my thing, because y'all know I be in the moment, but I tried, and I'll try harder next time. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check the links in the description, because there are new links there for ways to follow content from me. And I will talk to y'all in next week's video. Bye. Girl, I need to take a shower. It was cardio day. Tell to me. Bye.